Welcome to the creation of a statement of adjustments in Excel. Normally in a face-to-face class we would be walking through this together, so this is why I'm making this video, or it may end up to be 2 or 3 videos depending on how long it takes, because I don't like to have a video any longer than 4 or 5 minutes if I can help it. So a statement of adjustments is a document that is used in every single real estate transaction. It lays out who the sellers and buyers are, what the property is, what the adjustment date is, and the money changing hands, so the sale price, the deposit paid, the tax adjustment, that kind of stuff. So typically in earlier times and still in current times, a statement of adjustments is often created using Word. So it's done using tables or whatever the tools are. The thing is, in Word, you then have to create the calculations on a calculator, and then you have to correctly transpose that information, that financial information, into the document. So it's easy to make mistakes when you're transferring information from one place to another. The beauty of Excel is that it actually does the math for you. So we're going to be doing some basic math formulas as well, but again, I'll just walk you through this. There are a couple of documents in Blackboard that you'll want to have with you. One is the blank statement of adjustments, which is a document that sort of shows you, lays out the information that has to go in and how the formulas work. And you'll also want the Pigott sample, which is the statement of adjustments that you are going to reproduce. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click on cell A1 and I'm going to type in the title, and I'm going to put on my caps lock key and I'm going to bold this, and this is going to be statement of adjustments. And you'll see, if you're looking at the sample, you'll see that this is actually centered across the page. I'm not going to do that until I know exactly how many columns I have, and then I'll come back and center it. So I've typed that in, I'm going to hit enter, and I'm going to hit one more enter, and I'm going to turn off my bolding, and I'm just going to type in my column names on the left hand side. Again, if you have the blank statement of adjustments and the Pigott statement of adjustments beside you, you're going to see exactly what needs to go in here. So this is sellers, colon, and buyers, colon, and legal description, colon, and municipal address, colon, and adjustment possession date. Now, the reason, and enter. The reason that I have typed all of these first before I've typed in the name of the sellers and the buyers is I want to make sure that I know exactly what column I'm going to type this in, because I want the information to be laid out neatly. So the other thing is, I see that sellers is bolded, so I'm just going to click back on that and do a Control B to turn that off. So based on how long my adjustment possession date information is, I'm going to start typing the rest of my information into column E. So my names are Oliver Pigott. And enter. And then this next bit, the name of the buyers. The legal description is lot 27 276, and the municipal address is T6H42, and the possession date is April 1st, 2016. Now, when I hit enter here, I'm not quite sure what's going to happen because Excel looks at dates as numbers. So it could format it into something a little bit different, and it did. Okay, so there's a couple of things that you can do here because we do want the conventional format of the date, which is the same layout as you will find in a letter. So you could go to the number dialog box launcher. Move this over here so that you can see it. Choose date, scroll down, there's the date format right there. Click on OK, and that gives me the format that I want. I'm fine with that. Okay, so let's now go down to, let's see, we're going to probably go to column I is going to be our last column. So now that we have that information, we can center the title across the width of our table. We're going to use a really nifty little tool for this. So you're going to, so you've typed the title in cell A1. You're going to click and hold cell A1 and drag your mouse across to highlight just the width of the table. Okay, not the entire sheet, but just the width of the table. Once you have that highlighted, in the alignment dialog box, you have a little tool called Merge and Center. And if you click down the down arrow, just choose Merge and Center, and that's exactly what it does. It merges it and centers it. Okay, the next thing, if you are looking at the your samples, you'll see that there is a bolded line across the width, and so this is going to go on row 12. So I'm just going to highlight just up to column I. I'm going to go into the borders tool, and I could just put a single bottom border, but that would be a thin line. I want a thick line. So I'm going to click on the arrow. I'm going to choose a thick bottom border, and then I'm going to click down on A14, and there is my border right there. Okay, I see we're at 7 minutes. I'm going to stop this and we'll pick up the next section in the next video.